Gale conditions race across our area. Your forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas starts right now.
This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi friends, Rusty back here at Meteo Mundo. We're your home for Caribbean weather. Great to see you on a Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hey, coming up in this video, the winds are howling through a lot of the area. We're going to talk about some Caribbean gale conditions, elevating surf and sea conditions, bringing some fast-moving showers. We got your island by island rainfall forecast coming up as well. Meteo Mundo is sponsored by the Lean Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys. They're there to represent you for anything that can cause damage to yourself or your home. They'll walk you through every step of the insurance process. They offer free consultations and policy reviews. Go to leanonmelaw.com if you would like more information. As always, I'd love to hear from the Meteo Mundo community. Let me know in the comments section below where you're viewing from, what the weather has been like. You are looking at current temperatures, our visible satellite imagery. Do you see how fast the clouds are racing across the Caribbean? We've got really brisk easterly winds there, and then a trough digging down into the greater Antilles. That's going to bring some high rain chances again to portions of the Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. You can see there's a broad area of low pressure here near Colombia, and that is a very tight pressure gradient. And in the southern Caribbean, we'll talk about it, we're going to get some gale conditions developing. There is your trough that extends just to the east of the Turks and Caicos and the Leeward Islands and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. And as that extends back to the south and west, rain chances will come along with it and a driving easterly wind across a lot of the area as well. So let's get into a few things here. I'll start off with the wind gusts. Let's just swing that over here and bring that up. Now, you can see that again right here, along the coastline, including the ABC Islands, we're picking up winds of 30 to 35 miles an hour from time to time, right? It's not a consistent wind like that, but you can see very clearly on the ABC Islands here, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, we're getting pretty consistent 25 and 30 mile an hour winds, and we do have some cloud coverage and just enough moisture. We've actually had some very fast moving showers. If you live in the ABC Islands, let me know if you had some of that rain. Obviously, it's moving so fast, it's not going to add up to a lot of a rainfall total, but it's going to be there, and the winds will continue as well. And these winds will move into the Southwest Caribbean, and you can see what it's done down in Central America, portions of Panama and Costa Rica towards San Jose. 35 plus mile an hour breezes as well. And we're also going to have some driving winds, even getting back towards Nicaragua and Honduras. We'll get over to that area coming up in just a second. Let's go on over to the Windward Islands. Again, can you just see these streaks of moisture? Do you see how thin and kind of east to west elongated the cloud coverage is? That just shows you that there's a huge difference in the winds from the low levels of the atmosphere to the mid levels of the atmosphere. And it's almost just kind of pushing that moisture along. So obviously, sea conditions here are elevated. Barbados, the Bridgetown area, had a 36 mile an hour wind gust. Fast moving showers in this area. Once again, rainfall totals won't be significant, but there'll be that opportunity. And we'll see the same situation for the rest of the Lesser Antilles as we roll through the remainder of this late Monday and into Tuesday, where fast moving showers are possible for St. Lucia on over towards Martinique, Dominica, Guadeloupe, Montserrat, Antigua, Barbuda, where we do have some small craft advisories in effect for the Leeward Islands, including St. Kitts and Nevis and Sabas, St. Eustatius, St. Martin, and the Anguilla areas. Passing showers continue across the U.S. and British Virgin Islands at the hour as well, from Anegada, Rotown, Tortola, Yost Van Dyke, St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix. Down there in St. Croix, they've had a good 25 mile an hour wind. We've had some brisk winds picking up across Puerto Rico at the hour as well. San Juan has had a 35 mile an hour wind, and this is going to start to drive in more moisture. This is the live radar out of Puerto Rico. There's not a lot of concentrated rain right now, but we have a couple of pockets of heavier rain in inland locations just east of Uti Alto, just northwest of Barranquitas. And these showers will continue to kind of move from the northeast to the south and to the west, up towards where that trough is located, and we are going to get a higher concentration of rain tonight and overnight and throughout the day on Tuesday for the entire islands here, all of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. So rain chances will be going back up. Now, again, they'll be fast moving, but still there'll be some pockets of moderate rain. So, you know, the opportunity to pick up a good half inch to inch of rain in these areas is not out of the question. Once again, with the easterly breeze, that will continue to provide a better opportunity for rain along the northeast sides of the Dominican Republic, from the Samana Peninsula to Punta Cana. Even places like La Romana and Santo Domingo have a decent chance, and then it dries out after that. If we put back on the temperatures here, Let me bring on the temperatures. You'll see that it's a cooler day in the Dominican Republic with temperatures that are only in the 80s, dropping back into the 70s. Santo Domingo has some good showers for today. If you live in Santo Domingo, DR, let me know some of that rain that you guys saw. Port-au-Prince, Haiti is dry and it's hot, with a daytime high there above 90 degrees. On over to my friends in Jamaica. First of all, we have a large wave and strong wind advisory in effect, and that is for all of the near shore and offshore waters, even down towards the Pedro Bank. It's going to be pretty rough surf and sea conditions for the next several days. Temperatures aren't horrible. You can see that there's some cloud coverage developing in the afternoon hours, so Kingston gets up to near 90 for a daytime high. Montego Bay is a little bit cooler in the lower 80s Fahrenheit. But again, we've had a few localized showers. Nothing has been extremely concentrated, but if you've caught a couple of downpours, and the best chance is going to be in the central and the eastern sides of the island, let me know in the comments section below. So Savlamar, I mean, can't rule out a shower, but I don't expect it to be as good of a chance with the windward side of the island with the northeast breezes like Ocho Rios, Port Antonio, and even the Kingston area. A few showers in eastern Cuba for today. Cayman Islands, relatively dry. A brief shower is possible for Little Cayman and Cayman Brac and Grand Cayman as well. Can you see, isn't this a really interesting thing? You have the low-level clouds moving east to west. You have some mid-level clouds coming to the north here, and that is going to promote the opportunity for some showers and even an isolated storm here across the northern coastline of Honduras and portions of Belize as well. Another interesting thing I saw, let me see if it's going to pick up on it. I know that there was an earthquake near the Bay Islands yesterday, right? And it doesn't look like my system's going to pick it up because it's just a little bit too far out in time, right? And certainly you're not going to see any ice. But if you felt the earthquake, Guanaja, Roatan, Utila, northern sides of Honduras, I don't know if it got to the coastline of either Guatemala or Belize. Just curious. Let me know in the comments section below. I mean, you know, I see these pop up, but you guys are the ones to help me tell that story, right? Was it really something to feel, or was it out there far enough in the Caribbean where no one felt it? So let me know in the comments section. I appreciate that. Cuba, again, a few isolated showers. It's an absolutely gorgeous day in the Bahamas. We're high, we're dry. Freeport, Lucaya, right around 80. Same thing for Nassau, New Providence. Chillier up in Bermuda. How about that? They're in at just 63. Let's get into the forecast, friends. As always, I really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for taking a brief second as a simple payback to like this video. If you have not subscribed to Meteo Mundo, please join the community. We're near 50,000 subscribers. Would love to get there. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing this with your family and friends. And again, I really appreciate those who continue to be members of the channel. It's only 99 cents a month. Thank you for that continued support. Thank you for your super thanks. If you would like to find other ways to support the channel, you can find that in the description here in the video below. All right, so now let's get into the forecast. And the big story to begin with is going to be the winds. Okay, so let me get out to a broad view and then switch back over to these GFS winds, because what we're going to continue to see developing here are gale conditions through portions of the Caribbean, especially near the Colombian coastline, close to the ABC Islands and into the southwest sides of the Caribbean. Now, there will be other areas that will have very brisk winds, but these are going to be consistent winds of 30 to 40 miles an hour, and that will be the case over the next 3 days. Anywhere that you see the orange are going to be winds of over 30 miles an hour. When we get to the reds, now we're talking about winds around 40 miles an hour plus. And you can see those. So for my friends in the ABC Islands, I would expect there to be 30 to 35 mile an hour winds the next couple of days, maybe some higher gusts, and the opportunity for some fast moving showers, right? This will then translate off towards the west, and Panama and Costa Rica and Nicaragua will also see 30 to 35 mile an hour winds with some higher gusts. Winds should freshen up a bit across portions of Honduras and then up towards Belize and portions of Quintana Roo. And then those winds will be just very fresh over Jamaica as well. Again, the strong wind and large wave advisory will continue to be in play at least through our Tuesday here. Okay? And the winds overall will just be very high over the next several afternoons, and that's going to continue to elevate sea conditions. Seas could be well into the double digits in feet in many locations, well over 3 meters in some spots. It's not going to be as prevalent in the Lesser Antilles, but again, you can see some of those fresh winds coming back in. This is just a very windy pattern. It's that time of the year. Bermuda will also continue to be influenced by mid-latitude cyclones coming off the United States East Coast. Strongest winds will miss Bermuda to the north, but there's going to be some fresh breezes here, especially moving in the day on Thursday. Winds will really be picking up there. So let's get into the rainfall forecast. I've got your island by island rainfall forecast for you as well. I promise you that. Now, one thing I don't expect to see is any huge concentrations of rain. That being said, there are certainly some spots with better rain chances, and I'm going to highlight the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and the Leeward Islands for that. Now, if this sounds familiar, it just happens to be the pattern that we have been in over the last week or two, where these islands have the best chance for rain. Again, in most areas, it doesn't add up to a significant amount because the showers are so fast moving, but you can clearly see here on the GFS model, there's a fair amount of green on the map. So let's start in the Dominican Republic and Haiti and Hispaniola, sorry about that, and then we'll just kind of swing our way across the Caribbean and then back up to the Bahamas. As I've mentioned, Puerto Plata, Santiago de los Caballeros, on over towards the Samana Peninsula, Punta Cana, these areas, good chance for showers, 50-60% chance the next couple of days. You go inland to Santo Domingo, or inland, and what I mean by that is away from the northeast coast. Obviously, Santo Domingo is on the southern coast of the island, but you get away from the windward side of this northeast wind, and the showers will be a little bit more scattered in nature. But Santo Domingo had some rain for today, so it shows you that the opportunity is there. You get to the Haiti side of the island, places like Port-au-Prince and Lacaille will mainly be dry. Not expecting a lot of rain for Turks and Caicos as well. A couple of isolated showers are possible. Rain chances will be a lot more concentrated in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Once again, some of this could be more significant during the evening and the overnight, but as you saw from the live radar today, some of that will occur during the afternoon hours in a very brisk east to northeast wind that'll be 20 to 25 miles an hour with some higher gusts that will include Vieques and Culebra and all of the Virgin Islands as well. On over towards Anguilla, St. Martin, again, 35 mile an hour winds from gusts are possible. It's not going to be consistent, but we'll have those breezes. Antigua Barbuda, quick passing showers. More concerned about the marine conditions than I am about being outdoors, but is it going to be completely dry? No, but there will be several dry hours and dry periods. I'm not too concerned about the overall rain. Guadeloupe, Dominica, and Martinique, about a 30 to a 40% chance for showers the next 3 days. It gets a little bit drier. St. Lucia South, including Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, about a 20% chance for showers in these areas, but elevated sea conditions from time to time will continue. Nueva Esparta could catch a couple of showers coming off of the South American coastline with brisk easterly winds. Rain chances have been relatively high the last couple of days in the ABC Islands. I expect it to continue for Tuesday, and then drier conditions. You notice letting the GFS model run over the next few days, a few more blips on the radar for your Tuesday, and a little bit more dry Wednesday, Thursday. But again, it's not a lot of rain as far as totals go. Some of the rain does try and pile up on the western side of the Caribbean. Obviously, it begins to move into interior sections here. A little bit of lift in the atmosphere promotes a slightly better chance for showers for Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Honduras. Even in these areas, the rain is not extremely concentrated, but rain chances are a little bit higher, including coastal Guatemala, portions of Belize. Look, solid 30% chance from Orange Walk to San Pedro, Belize City, San Ignacio, Dangriga, coastal islands, nuisance rain, passing showers more than anything else. Southern sides of Quintana Roo, Chechemal have a better chance for rain, say, than Cancun and Cozumel. Now on over to the Cayman Islands and Jamaica. You can clearly see the easterlies pulling in, once again, favoring the east and the northeast sides of the island. So if we look at Jamaica as an example here, you're going to continue to see, again, Port Antonio and Ocho Rios, and if I zoom in a little bit closer towards Port Maria, there's a better chance for rain there than places like Mandeville and Mayplan and Black River and Treasure Beach. Doesn't mean that we're not going to get a shower there, but if we're just looking at opportunities, I like the eastern and the northeast sides of the islands a little bit better. I do think Kingston, Old Harbor, Portmore, Spanish Town, catch a few showers, Linstead as well, Montego Bay, Lucy Negril, it's relatively dry. Again, a brief passing shower, but again, the temperatures have been very nice in the northwest side of the island. If it's been a little bit sticky, it's been back down towards Kingston. Little Cayman, Cayman Brac, Grand Cayman, a spotty shower is possible, nothing outrageous there. I've got about a 10% chance of rain for the Bahamas. We might see a little bit more moisture in the southeast Bahamas compared to the northwest Bahamas, but anywhere from the Acklins on up towards Exuma and Walker's Key and Freeport and Lucaya there in Grand Bahama, it's a relatively dry, comfortable forecast. Even the winds have relaxed a little bit. Still wouldn't be venturing off into the open waters as a small craft on the eastern side of the island, but other than that, we're looking pretty good. Bermuda will see a few showers coming back into the forecast on Wednesday. Let's break down those rain chances for you. There's your high and dry forecast for the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. Caicos, a very isolated shower is possible, but that is about it. 20% chance for rain for Cuba. 20% chance for showers the next couple days in the Cayman Islands, slightly drier on Thursday. There's your 30% chance for Belize City. Thursday, we're back down to a 20. Cancun and Cozumel, it's a 20% chance. And on Thursday, we're down to a 10. For my friends on Grand Bahama, Freeport, Lucaya areas, West End, for your Tuesday, partly sunny. It's an absolutely beautiful day. 82 degrees Fahrenheit, the daytime high. Friends, it's 28 degrees Celsius. Feels like temperatures. I mean, is there a touch of humidity? Oh, it's slight. Watch out for that easterly breeze around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Jamaica's rain chances the next couple days. This is a 20% chance through Wednesday and then a 10% chance on Thursday. We start to get into the better rain chances in the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, as already mentioned. How about a 60% chance tomorrow for Puerto Rico, 50 for the Dominican Republic and the Virgin Islands, and it only tails off a little bit. Still scattered showers in the forecast through Thursday. Bermuda's best chance is Wednesday. Scattered to isolated rain in Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, including St. Martin areas, places like that. It gets a little bit drier as we get deeper into the week. Back over to my friends in Kingston, Jamaica. For your Tuesday, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, the daytime high. That is 31 degrees Celsius. Partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance for shower. Feels like temperature is right around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not outrageously hot, but it is early February. A little bit stifling there, and again, a bit of a southeast breeze to go along with things. Antigua, 40% chance for showers for tomorrow. Same thing for Barbuda. 30 Wednesday, 40 on Thursday. There's your 30 to a 40% chance for rain for Montserrat, Guadalupe, and Dominica, and a little bit more isolated for Martinique South, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. Once again, no day is completely dry. But again, it's a brief, fast shower in most areas. That means there's many dry hours over the next 72 hours. Barbados only has a 20% chance for showers. But again, we can have some winds kicking 30 to 35 miles an hour from time to time. It'll elevate sea conditions. We do have some swell advisories. Just keep an eye out for that. Grenada, Trinidad, and Tobago, the same situation, relatively dry. Suriname and Guyana, a couple of scattered showers here and there. And again, a good chance for rain in the ABC Islands tomorrow. Tails off a bit, but even those areas in Nueva Esparta, again, fast-moving showers at best. So if we take a look at the wave height and direction, look at that coming off the Colombian coastline. I mean, you're just looking at pulses of energy prompting up winds that could hit, or excuse me, the waves that could hit 10, 12, even 14 feet in height. It's not going to be pleasant here, okay? And those seas will just build in the central and the western Caribbean. It's actually a little bit calmer in the western Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico for now, and the easterlies will continue to be very fresh through the western Atlantic and into the eastern Caribbean, where again the lesser Antilles, especially on the windward side, will catch a little bit better chance for showers and just continue with some pretty persistent, stronger winds. As far as rainfall totals go, this is the European model first. You can see the influence of the trades coming back in through the Caribbean. As already been mentioned, not a lot of rain for the Bahamas. Now, late in the period, this is a 7-day forecast. Rain chances improve a bit for Turks and Caicos into the southeast Bahamas. I'll have more on that coming up. But you can clearly see when you look at each individual island where the higher totals are. We favor the northeast side here through the Greater Antilles because that is where the windward side is with this northeast wind. And then the easterlies pile up the rain on the eastern side of the Lesser Antilles. And there is still that thin line across the Caribbean coast of Central America where we could get 2 to 4 inches of rain. That's about 50 to 100 millimeters. It's not going to be highly concentrated in that amount, but a few areas getting that is absolutely plausible. You can clearly see that here on the GFS model as well. I really like when these models are in pretty good agreement, and that's what we have. So San Pedro on over towards Belize City. Again, maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain. We're talking about, 50 to 100, 25 to 150 millimeters, maybe up to 100. That's 4 inches of rain. 25 millimeters is 1 inch. So it's actually a pretty easy move there as far as the, sorry, I'm having some problems behind the scenes, so I'm trying to talk and work out a solution at the same time. It's a very easy equation, right? 25 millimeters is 1 inch, so it actually ends up pretty simple. But you can see the 1 to 2 inches of rain there. Same thing for the northeast side of Honduras, where we can get 2.5 inches of rain. And again, down the Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama coastline, a couple of spots, maybe just offshore, but very close to being onshore, could get near that 4 inches of rain or 100 millimeters. Again, easy conversion. For Jamaica, northeast sides of the island, slightly better chance for more significant rain, a couple of spotty showers you get out east towards Negril, Savalomar, Montego Bay. There's your northeast side of Cuba, or the eastern side of the island, picking up a little bit more rain. It's very clear to see here in the Dominican Republic, right? You've got maybe 1.5+ inches of rain between Puerto Plata and Samana. Same situation near Punta Cana. Santo Domingo gets some rain, so does interior sections. Then you get the rain shadow effect over the higher terrain, and it really dries things out for Haiti. It's a typical story this time of the year where the Dominican Republic gets a lot more rain than Haiti based on these easterly trades. 1.5 to 2 inches of rain on the eastern side of Puerto Rico. Doesn't mean Aguadilla and Mayaguez won't get some showers. Same thing for Arecibo and Ponce, just not as much. St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, and our friends here in the rest of the British Virgin Islands, about a 1/2 inch of rain. That's solid, right? That's what I would expect with these fast-moving showers. It's the same situation through most of the Lesser Antilles as well. Once again, there'll be a couple of concentrated spots. The GFS likes Guadeloupe and Dominica on the eastern side of the island for some higher totals. Nothing crazy significant, and we'll see if some of this rain can get up towards Trinidad and Tobago as well. But just like the European model, I don't expect a lot of rain in even Bermuda, but especially the Bahamas over the next few days. Friends, I appreciate you guys. You want to send me a picture or video to help tell the story in your area? Email me, mymeteomundo@gmail.com. Please include your name, obviously, where the picture or video is from. Want to give me a description? I appreciate that as well. Also appreciate you guys follow us across all social media, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook. And again, there's that email address for you guys. If you have a specific question about the forecast, drop in the comments section below. I'm happy to answer that while you're down there. Thank you for liking and subscribing. A reminder that Meteo Mundo is sponsored by the Lean Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys. If you have hail damage, hurricane damage, a busted pipe, if you've been in a car accident, they can help you. They'll walk you through every step of the insurance claim process. They offer free consultation and policy reviews. 407-502-0053 or leanonmelaw.com for all the information, how they can help you. Friends, I appreciate you guys very much. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm back soon with the latest forecasts across the Caribbean and the Bahamas right here at Meteo Mundo.